You had no right. No, I don't drink in the morning.
Hi, that's good news.
Sonoma Sideshow.
All right, welcome to Sonoma Sideshow, recorded at Grim Reaper Studios, located somewhere at the base of the beautiful Blue Mountains in Eastern Oregon. I'm your host, and tonight we have a special compadre, mi amigo, co-host, sitting in tonight to tell us what's going on in the world. The one, the only, Joseph, your real cocker, Byrnes.
Appreciate the introduction, man. It's been a long time since my voice has come across a microphone like this. So
Yeah, and
thank you.
The last time you were on, which I can't remember which episode it was because there's so many.
Yeah, so popular.
Yes, we didn't get to see you, but this time we get to see you.
That's right. It was a phone on the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
This is the new platform.
I like it. I'm loving this backdrop. By the way, the concert posters with the handmade artworks and the guitars and everything hanging up. It's beautiful.
Some of your artwork.
I see that. I see you got a couple of mine hanging up there. So that's cool.
That one.
You got the We Jammin'.
And that one.
Yep. Les the Surf Shop. That's
Now,
still to this day.
You did that just with your fingernails.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I personally grew my nails for 6 months, and then I took like a rasp, like a farrier would use. Excuse me. And then I would file it down so it had a little grit to it, and I just start digging in, man.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It's just,
How long does it take?
Well, 6 months plus however long it takes to carve out the.
How long does it take to carve it?
Oh, I got you. That one was a good few hours, man.
Yeah.
No, but that to this day, that is still my favorite piece that I've done. It's just something pops about it. I love it.
It is nice. Well, what's new? What have you been up to?
So, really not much from the last time that I was made available. Yeah,
because you're raising kids.
Yeah, I'm raising kids. I've got 3 daughters. I work as a correctional counselor for the Department of Corrections. I've been hitting the music, the theory of music, a lot of playing lately. A lot of,
Really?
Yeah. I jam with a few guys here locally, and it's really starting to come together, dude. It's really turning into something special. It's really, it's a different
How many people
sound.
you have?
It's a 4-piece. Yep. It's kind of an interesting journey how it started. It was a guy I worked with at the psych hospital for a long time, and another guy that I've been buddies with since high school. And, it was just, hey, we got this space set up in my house where we jam, got a drum set. It's like, oh, cool. I'd love to do it. Well, who plays what? And Justin plays guitar and Aaron plays bass. And I started out on drums. And it was a 3-piece to start out with. And it was... Obviously, it's a blast. I mean, whether you're good at drums or bad at drums, it's fun to play. I'd like to think I'm okay. Maybe like...
I would think your bandmates would think that, or they wouldn't ask you to come back.
Yeah, that's true. I would say I'm a journeyman drummer, I would say. Pretty versed, mostly in rock and metal, but we're kind of doing a blues rock, psychedelic, jazz, funk, fusion thing. So it really opened me up to new styles. It opened me up to new ideas, new rhythms and patterns, and I should probably look at the camera more, because I don't think I've looked at the camera one time since I've started talking.
That's okay. That's your camera, right?
That's
there.
my camera.
Yeah. And just, if you get upset, want to cry about something, if we break ground on something, just do it to that one.
I appreciate the availability of that, but I was born without tear ducts.
Okay. All right. That's okay. I know people have been born without a lot of things. So, but we're not. That's a different episode. We'll get into that later.
Medical anomalies. Episode 2.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so it's been coming, and then a good friend, a mutual friend of Justin's and mine, named Bo. we asked him if he wanted to come play drums because I was kind of had an inkling to go back to playing guitar, and he showed up, and he's been awesome. I gotta say, yeah, great. I can't give Bo enough props. You know, Bo knows. Bo knows drums, and Bo, if you get a chance to listen to this recording and this message, I'm proud of you. Extremely proud of you.
That's
but
beautiful.
for real though, no, he's good. Justin absolutely slays on the guitar. You know, the dude is, yeah. I think he might be a little autistic, as good as he is playing the blues. It's insane, absolutely insane. Like, yeah,
it's just a natural,
just an absolute natural at it. And you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm nowhere near his level of play. You know me, when it comes to guitar, I've mostly played metal, rock, you know, simple power chords and bar chords, things like that. And you know, playing with Justin, it's you know, it's a challenge for sure, because he's not going to let me cheat and just do a 2-string bar chord. And he said, "No, you bastard, you put your middle finger there, put your pinky there, and
it hurts though.
You know, dislocate your thumb, wrap it around the back of the fretboard, and you know, hit that diminished seventh." But you know, it's helped me a lot as a player, and you know, and it's kind of fun singing the blues. You know, it really is. It allows me to kind of incorporate that classically trained background of, you know, high school and college choir, and also the heavy metal that I do, you know, with the graveliness and the gruff, and it's yeah, and the cool thing I like about it is it's so fluid. It's like you can write 100 blues songs with a 1-4-5 blues jam in the key of G, you know, and you can write them. The lyrics can be as simple and meaningless as you want, but they're so powerful when backed up by those chords. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. You know, like we have this song that we wrote. It's one of our very few originals that we have, but it's titled the Delta Beaver.
Really? The Delta Beaver?
Well, because it's kind of a Delta blues vibe to it, but it's about a beaver. It's a love song, really.
Okay. And Beaver the animal.
Beaver the animal,
okay,
yes.
This is a kid-friendly show.
A lot of you know, comparisons and metaphors. Like one very, very moving line that took me a long time to pen out on paper was, "I'm your beaver baby, and you're my evergreen."
Okay, I like it.
Okay. I say that a couple times. Chords bounce between chords, and then for the closer, "I'm gonna nibble around your bottom, baby, and have you fallen over me."
Wow.
See what I mean?
I mean, it's very passionate.
That would be
a lot of passion.
That would be dumb as shit by metal standards, but it just grabs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, we might grab a guitar off the wall later and let you just do a.
Oh, I'd be. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And you got new ink. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I got some new tattoos. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really show your leg, but
well, yeah, sure I can. I'm flexible.
Yeah. Got it.
Yep. So the leg's all done. Okay. Cramp. All right, and then I had a dot right there that I turned into a cross crucifix.
How did you get the dot? What was the dot? What do you mean a dot?
It was from a Amazon tattoo kit, and I was practicing on, you know, the pigskin, the fake pigskin or whatever,
and just thought,
yeah, and I was like, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, is this even working? So
you needed real skin to know.
And there was no one within proximity, so I just took it and just did a little real quick on my hand, and lo and behold, I had a, you know.
And you had that covered up.
I did. I had that covered up, and you know, it's a small hand tattoo, but it's kind of, I feel like just lightly easing into the, you know, the more taboo areas of tattooing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't have any.
Did you still get this? Your mid back done? Is that done?
No, that's still that. I'm still putting down deposit on that one. That's going to be the greatest Garfunkel portrait ever.
Okay, all right,
very much so.
All right.
Speaking of greats, let's. I want to take a real quick moment to raise the toast and honor the late great Jeff Beck.
That's right.
Rest in peace, sir.
R.I.P. Wow. What a legend.
Pioneer, absolute god on the guitar. Like, he did stuff that people still can't figure out. So,
you know what's weird though is like a lot of these musicians that, I'm a kid from the late 80s, early 90s, and all those guys are old now. Like, they're all in their 70s, those musicians that I listen to, and
right.
But in my head they're not. And then I see something and I'm just on TV, and I'll be like, oh God, it looks old. But then, the same thing happens when I look in the mirror. I'm just like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you take a look at me in my prime, I mean, you did not see this.
No, I remember you permed it, didn't you?
Oh, dude, I had every hairstyle you could think of, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when I had a full head of hair, if I could have it back, bro, I would have such long hair. I'm not even kidding, dude.
Would you do the mullet thing that everybody's doing?
Absolutely, if it meant I got a full head of hair. Yeah, no, it's like it's crazy how fast it fell out. Like how quickly
once it started.
Yeah, how I went from like sort of kind of thinning to just freaking, as you see here, a cue ball.
Well, I mean, because you keep it.
I do, and I got the greatest Christmas present this year, dude. I got one of those like multi-head skull shavers. Oh, I mean, I did. This is one day. Give it a little rub.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it gets it close. It's very nice, but so I think I'm gonna change up my terminology when I'm describing my hair.
What's that?
So instead of saying I'm bald or I have male pattern baldness, I wonder if it would like have more meaning if I said I had something like selective alopecia.
You know what that brings to mind?
What?
Isn't that what Will Smith's wife has?
Oh yeah, dude. Keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, that
you saw that with
with Chris Rock.
Eddie Murphy. No, Eddie Murphy just made.
Oh yeah, that's right.
At the Golden Globes, it was hilarious.
Well, I mean, I think for poor Will, it was just a boiling point for him. He'd been a cuckold for years while Jada's out slamming dudes half her age. But yeah,
they had an open relationship.
An open relationship. Yeah, I guarantee you, the only one that was open was her.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I have no sympathy for Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you can't do it with my boy Will like that.
No, I like Will. I
do too. He's a fantastic actor. He's a great musician.
I thought the slap was fake.
But I did too, but man, you saw
time.
I mean, he had his cheeks were all puffed up, like he was angry.
Apparently, he's going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I've been waiting to tell you this. I got a little story for you. I've told a few other people, but for you, I was saving it so we could talk about it under this platform. But
okay.
So the other night, or let me say, the other morning, my wife said, "Hey, did you see that video that I posted on Snapchat? The one I posted last night?" I go, "No." She goes, "Oh, okay." And I just left it at that. I didn't think much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently what had happened was she was real nervous to tell me, but the night before, she's laying in bed all cuddled up with the dogs, and she's surfing with her phone, and she's decides to take a picture of our dog Jack and post it, and she thinks she's sending it to the kids, right? And she sends it to her story instead. Whatever, no big deal. The only problem is my youngest daughter, she did a screenshot and sent it back to us and to mom and said, "Do you see what I see?" And mom's like, "No, what?" My wife's, "No. There was me on the toilet." And, okay, so, but you had to, and I'll show you the picture here a little bit. Maybe when I finish, in editing, I can put it in here, the screenshot. But there I am, just sitting there, and my britches are down to my ankles. So all you see is my, I look like Dobby over there, right? With tattoos. I'm scary looking.
Like a tattooed house elf, man.
Yeah, and it was awful. And, I didn't really, like, when I looked for it, they told me what to look for. I was like, what? And then I went, and once you see it, it's hilarious.
That is funny. Like, that might go viral, dude.
Yeah, well,
It
I
could
told
very
her.
well.
Once she told me, I was like, well, I'm not. How can I be mad? That's funny.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
hilarious.
that it was me and not her, of course. But
Yeah.
it's just darn that wife.
Darn that wife.
She posted on her story. They took it off, actually, once we figured it out. But I'm like, you didn't. And now the next question would be, you guys just poop in front of each other in the open? No, we don't. In fact, I don't even fart in front of my wife. I never have. We've been together 7 years, long time. And but now the worst, I would love to say that would probably be the cool man thing, but the truth is I sit when I pee at my house. I don't like to stand and pee because it's my toilet and it makes a mess, and so I'm a sitter. So
I accept you.
Exactly.
I accept you.
So I told my wife, I said, it's bad enough it looks like I'm pooping in front of you when the truth is really I am a sitter.
Well, man, this is just to add like
Make me feel better.
This is just to add comedy, right? And like let's say it gets posted on like a Facebook or an Instagram where other people are able to comment and the whole world can see it. And someone does make that comment, like it's like, dude, come on, man, you poop with the door open. Like a comedy gold would be someone sliding in from left field, be like, oh, it's all good. Nah, he's going pee.
No.
You don't think that'd be funny?
Well, yeah, it'd be funny, but it's me.
I know. So, I don't want to see this go laid out on social media.
I feel like you do. I feel like you.
No, man. I mean, to certain people, absolutely. Like, certain people within my own circle, sure. But, yeah, no, not you, dude. No.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it would be funny.
It would be hilarious.
Another thing, we got Lisa Marie. I wanted to touch. I'm thinking of things.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Elvis's
Lisa Marie.
kid.
Elvis's only daughter.
I was shocked.
Passed away, age 54.
54, and I was like, man, she's only like 23 years older than me, and it's like, wow. No, we're similar in age, and that's just weird to me. Is her mom still alive?
Priscilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla's still kicking.
Yeah. I always thought she was prettier.
Priscilla was a fox. Still is. I mean, she's still a beautiful lady. And Lisa Marie was pretty too, but I mean, yeah, she definitely took on more of Elvis's traits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if Elvis had transitioned, I think that's exactly what he would look like.
Really?
Yes.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Elvis would have made a beautiful woman.
Do you ever wonder what you would look like? I mean, a lot of people are doing that now, and we're not knocking it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But
you had to have asked the question, what would I look like? Now, I'm going to be honest. Going through those Snapchat filters, when it comes across the lady, I look at it and go, wow, I'm beautiful. Except for the beard.
Not so with me, dude. I would just look like Margaret Thatcher. The Iron Lady.
Oh,
yeah.
You keep up on the royals and stuff, all that stuff that's going on.
No.
Don't you feel terrible for that kid?
Not at all. Which kid?
The redhead.
Harry?
Yes.
Is that Harry or is that William?
I think it's Harry.
I don't feel sorry for him.
Poor guy.
All he has to do is turn off the internet, turn off his phone, and shut his mouth, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I mean, yeah, do I feel bad for, what he's alleging that he's gone through? Absolutely. Nobody should have to go through that.
Dude, his brother pushed him to the ground.
Oh my God, he fought with his brother?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, now that totally changes it.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor Harry, William, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
Poor little ginger prince. No, I don't wish any ill will on any of the royal family, but there are times where it's just like, okay, dude, like we get it. Yeah. We get it. I mean, and you know what? It just makes me think, I don't know if my beef is more with him or more with Meghan. Because, that wasn't Harry until Meghan.
That's what that's the other camp, yeah.
But at the same time, he's standing up for his wife.
Yeah.
He's sticking up for his wife like any man should do. So, gotta give him respect for that. And then William and Kate. So it is Harry. Okay, so yeah, like William and Kate, like,
yeah.
I don't care about them.
I know.
Like, who cares?
We spend the media spends so much time on them.
Yeah,
and
it's
in
like,
my
why
mind,
are we
I don't
worried about?
care.
Why are we worrying about the Royals or worrying about
It's fake.
the Britons when it's like okay, we sought independence from them, but we're gonna just inundate our mainstream media with British shit.
Right. I still care about the Queen. No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad to see her go. She was a very, when monarchs go, she was cream of the crop.
Yeah.
There'll be another one. Never be another one like her.
No.
She was a special gem.
I loved her.
In a platonic sense, absolutely. But yeah, it's there's a lot of famous names going down, dude. You hear about these things, and it's just been kind of a weird year. It's just
It is, and it's over. The 2022
yep,
is over.
22's over.
Here,
We're jumping into 23.
Which, let's hop into sports real quick. Football. You're a huge football fan.
I am. I love football.
So tell me where you're at with the Hawks.
Okay, I will be the first to admit that I did not see this coming. Geno Smith being the most efficient quarterback in football? No, I did not see that coming. But as a Seahawks fan, as a fan of football in general, I couldn't be. I mean, it's been a fun season of football. I mean, not just Seahawks, just everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
There's just been some awesome football games this year. Some great college football games, great high school football games. It's just an amazing sport.
It is.
And like what happened with Damar Hamlin, the safety from the Bills. That was awful. What happened to him, and just seeing
it's weird that he's already.
Yeah, I mean he's making an amazing recovery, which is awesome.
Hell?
But just like seeing the rallying behind him that all the other NFL teams and players did, it just it's just like, man, football really is a family. I mean, I do coach football, so I'm being a little cliche here, but it is. It's a family, man. Yeah. It's a brotherhood or brother sisterhood, and depending on who's on the team.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I think it's a great sport. I think it's a sport that should never go away.
I haven't watched. I've left football and basketball pretty much. I mean, I keep up on it a little bit, and my son is a sports fanatic, so he keeps me up on it. But because of him and him getting into mixed martial arts, I love watching that. I like watching.
Oh, me too.
And I hadn't always, I always was at a distance with it. And now I'm really getting into it. Now it's like a soap opera, and I'm learning each week and who's, the tournaments and who's going where. And it's fascinating, and I love it. And I think they're just amazing, amazing athletes.
I do too.
Which makes me think of, speaking of, and Dana slaps his wife. What the? Did you see that by chance?
I didn't. I heard about it.
It's pretty. I mean, not funny that he slapped her, but it's funny that she slapped him because they're just sitting there and you can't even tell they're arguing or whatever. It's in a club, and then she just reaches back and cracks him one, and you could tell it caught him off guard big time. But then he goes, quack, smacks her, and I think he might even hit her a couple times. I didn't watch, but I just thought,
jeez.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
my wife hits me all the time. Big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I can't condone that shit at all, man. That's either side, really. I mean, neither one should have put the hands on the other one.
Yeah.
If you're in a committed, loving relationship, you just don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that. But, hopefully they both learn from this experience and,
make love, not war.
Absolutely.
That reminds me, I wanted to tell you, and I know I've told you before, but let's just get it out there.
Okay.
I wouldn't, say that I'm a big athlete, but I could play sports. I just never got into them that much.
Right.
But I do have one football story.
Okay.
Freshman. I'm a freshman. And, I got my letter. This is the year I got my letter for the football team. I don't play at all. I'm, 6'1" and 140 pounds, maybe. Just a stick. And I still have the same legs, and so I'm sitting over on the sideline. It's, we're in a varsity football game. We're at home. All I'm really thinking about is when's this shit gonna get over with?
Right, yeah, so I can get to the party or to the dance or to whatever's going on.
Honestly, my buddy and I'm first gen gamer.
Oh,
so
Nintendo.
My buddy and I, we were like, who was on the team also, we were like, as soon as we get off, we're going to play Legend of Zelda, we're going to get some sodies and some treats, and we're just going to, game all night.
Absolutely.
Out of nowhere, we're on the offense. We're about 10 yards out from the end zone, and the coach calls me in. Come here. And he grabs my helmet, and he yells out these plays I've never heard. Why would I pay attention to what the plays are? I'm not playing.
Right.
And, 48, 6, 7, 4, white, right. I run into I forgot immediately when I turned. And I run to the huddle, all these seniors there, and I look at the quarterback and I said, I don't know what he said. I can't remember what he said. And the quarterback said, fuck it, I'm throwing it to you. I said, no, I don't. Break. Everybody went out, so I'm playing split in.
Yeah.
So I go out there, and they run a glance into the, I just had to do an angle pattern across to the end zone. Now, keep in mind, I'm a freshman. Had I caught that, I guess I gave it away. I lost it. He threw it, and it hit my hands in the end zone, and I dropped it. And the coach went ballistic.
Ooh.
He thought I went in there and just called my own damn play.
Oh, man. And it was your quarterback's fault.
Yeah, my quarterback and I got along really well. He's like, fuck it, I'm throwing it to you. No. And I'm like, don't. Please don't. But if I had caught that, I could be president. Who knows how my life would have turned.
Exactly.
And maybe
that could have been a turning point,
And that's a good leeway into one of your favorite topics, it's just space and all that crazy stuff. But
yes,
with the multiverse theory, then in one of those, I caught the football.
Yeah, you did catch the football.
So, I feel good about that.
And then in another one, you got your ass just creamed and you're in a wheelchair. So you're kind of like in the middle between those two.
Yeah. In this one, I just dropped it.
Yeah.
And
no, there's in the multiverse, there's a universe where, I had a, nice long career as a professional football player and, Hall of Fame and just not this universe.
Yeah.
But I connect with that, dude.
Right. You do.
Yeah, there's a connection. Like, otherwise I wouldn't have the thought. Maybe that's what daydreaming is. It's not really your imagination running wild. It's just you connecting with your other universe self.
Some sort of
some sort of
electrical current between that.
Yeah, and it's just that's what's going on with your other universe self.
Well, and right now space travel, everything's really looking cool. They're doing all kinds of stuff. We're going back to the moon.
Yep, they're making strides, man. But you're not going to impress me until you put someone on Mars.
Right. Exactly. Let's do this, even if they die.
Yeah, but again.
Not that I want them to.
No, we're like, oh yeah, we're so close to putting humans on Mars and colonizing Mars or whatever Elon Musk says is going to happen. Okay, how come we can't have a constant working McDonald's ice cream machine?
Right.
And
that's the shit that goes in your mind when it would go in my mind when I'm sitting on that rocket. Or even after that,
because it's like an 8 month. It's like an 8 month travel time to get to Mars once you're, and so, yeah, man.
Can't they? Isn't there one point where you can do it in 6 months? Or
it depends on where the Earth is.
Too difficult, so they
yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy.
But it just amazes me that
I would go though.
Oh, absolutely.
If my kids and everybody, if I was old enough and everybody was,
I don't think
I'd be.
Man, I'd be scared shitless on that rocket launch, though, man.
Yeah, I'd have to take a Xanax.
Oh, they just have to just straight up hook me up with some Dilaudid, put me out, wake me up when we get there. You know what I mean? Now, but then the next question that comes up when we start talking about that, 8-month travel time, do we stay awake and try and, conserve food and ration food, or try and grow vegetables inside of a spacecraft, or do we come up with some sort of cryo sleep system that, kind of like they do in the space movies, you know what I mean?
Right. Make it real. Like,
yeah. I mean, I guess it would be possible, just hook you up to like an IV drip of anesthetic or whatever to put you to sleep, and then have a feeding tube. Obviously, you'd have to have a feeding tube to provide nourishment. But man, just think about like what your body would be like just laying there dormant for 8 months.
Yeah. Like
your muscles would like I would shrink.
I don't want that. I'm going to stay awake. It's 8 months.
You'd look like an alien. You would. A little skinny body.
Probably
big
what
head.
happens.
That's probably why they look like that. They're out in space.
Yeah. Now, are you still a Scientologist?
No.
What happened there? Because you were knee deep in that stuff.
Go on, man.
Oh, sorry, not the place. That's right. I said no politics, no religion.
No, but what am I? I'm losing my butt pad.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta readjust.
We got some nice stools in here. Move your stool.
Speaking of nice stool, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I am no longer a practicing Scientologist.
Okay.
Nor have I ever been.
Right.
Now, actually, no, I'm not really anything. To be honest with you.
What else has been going on? Any barbecues? Any cook up anything good? I'm a foodie, so.
Oh, I know you're a foodie, son. I did purchase not too long ago I had some gift certificates to the Heinz Meat Company. Heinz Meat Company.
That place is so cool.
Amazing.
It's weird to me. I didn't know that I'm sure that's happening all over. These meat market.
Oh yeah, it's coming back, dude.
Not like you walk in, it's hip, it's up to date. I mean, and then they're giving out samples and food, and you're just going, at least I am.
Oh, it's so good too. So I had a couple $50 gift certificates, and I go to Heinz Meat Company, and I buy 3. 1, 2, 3. A5 Wagyu.
No, you didn't.
Bone-in ribeyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, dude. So I've had the Wagyu New York strips from there before, and those were phenomenal steaks, dude.
I remember you talking about that.
But yeah, I got 3 A5 Wagyu bone-in ribeyes, brought them home, and I cooked them, the traditional steakhouse way, where you get a hot cast iron skillet, a little bit of olive oil, get it hot. I mean, I'm talking you crank that up. We have a gas stove. Sorry, AOC, we have a gas stove, and that just works perfectly because it gets that cast iron so hot, and then you just sear it for like a couple minutes each side, right? And then you just throw your butter in there and your rosemary and stuff. Then you butter baste that for the last couple minutes.
Just melt.
Oh, dude, it is so rich. Talk about meat sweats.
Nothing wrong with meat sweats.
Oh my goodness!
I'm thinking about trying bacon.
Bacon?
Yeah, it's this stuff that comes off of a pig. I've heard about. It's supposed to be good.
Oh yeah, it's quite amazing. I've had bacon a few times. It's quite amazing.
I saw a thing on one of my feeds on Instagram where they took a end of a sausage.
Yes.
It was a bigger sausage. Like I can't think of it. But then they wrapped it with the bacon, and then they poured egg. Just a dauble, right? And they were these poppers, breakfast poppers. So it was like a sausage. A
little bit of bacon, a little bit of egg.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Bacon is good.
But yeah. So yeah, A5 Wagyu have done that. Not really much beyond that. Just it's been.
And how much did that cost?
For the 3 steaks, it cost me $127.48.
Wow.
Louise. Well, they were pretty good sized. I mean, they weren't small. They were thick cut. They were hefty, but yeah, it was like, I can't remember what the price was for pound. It was 40 something bucks a pound.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they were amazing. It's but when it cooks, it's weird. Like even when you cook it rare or medium rare, there's so much fat like in between the meat and all the marbling, and so it just renders down and almost looks like pork when it cooks.
Pork.
Like pork.
Excellent.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like pork. And I do love pork.
My name is
Cleveland Brown. Yeah.
Oh yes, I love pork.
Yeah, yeah. I eat everything on a pig except the squeal.
Yeah. You're good at. You should do some of your impressions.
Like who?
Just your top. Well, wait a minute. This one is one. I got one of yours right.
Hi, that's good news.
Oh, my half-ass attempt at Christopher Walken.
Well, I put that in my intro.
I know it's in the intro.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Well, we used to work together, and so
yes,
you always did impressions at our meetings, our video meetings, and so did our lead.
He tried.
He tried, but now that you're gone,
I know it's not the same, right?
No, and he'll try the movie thing, and sometimes he'll get people that are
yeah.
But I always leave him hanging. I'm like, what? I don't know. But yeah, you've always been good at that. You want to play guitar? You want to?
Maybe not quite yet on the guitar, but
Hey, Lois.
It's
Are you bowling?
we did go bowling for the girl, both Addie and Ellie's birthdays.
Mm-hmm. How was the game?
It was all right.
Because when we were bowling together, what was your top score?
202.
202.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you started to get where you were consistently at like that 170 for a while.
I know it was looking really good for me, and then, so the last time we went though, it was actually pretty cool. It was for not the last time, but for Addie's birthday in October, we went out and her classmate's dad came out with him, and he's kind of not a professional bowler, but he's really good. He works out at EO, and he's a correctional officer out there, but and he showed me like how he figured out how to do the spin, right? And I found the comfortable way to do it. So I started doing it. And, at first it was like 5 pins, 6 pins. And then I was starting getting 8 pins, 9 pins. And then finally in like halfway through the second game, I do it. And it was just like a perfect little boom, and nailed it. And so I got that going for me. I would like to do the league thing again sometime, because that really was a lot of fun.
I'll do what's the 3-person team. That sounds, I would do that.
Yes, you, and
4,
Brad.
That's terrible. It's just not good.
No, but me, you, and Brad would. Yes, everybody liked bowling with us.
Yeah, we were.
You notice that? Like when we were out there, everybody loved it when they would play us. I don't know. It's because they knew they would win.
Yeah, they knew it was an easy.
And they knew it was an easy victory, but we're fun. We're a lot of fun.
We were fun. But by the end of that second season that I did, or third season where there was so many people, I think I quit going. I just, the labrums.
It does do a Terry and the lower back.
Yeah, that's many nights we were screaming all of us.
I'll never forget that. I think it was like the 4th weekend, and my back was out so bad. That was when I heard it on that walk. And oh my god, dude, that sucked.
I know.
I should not have bowled that night.
No. Wonder how you bowled too. Probably pretty good.
That was terrible, dude. I think I was like 121 average. I apologize for that. The beer makes me burp.
We will edit that out. Yeah, and it's funny how me, you, and Brad, when we went and we started bowling, both of you guys were straight, whatever you call it, and you
were the curver, yeah.
And then once we got serious and tried to learn, get better, I gave up on the curve because I couldn't control it. And then when I bought a new ball, I didn't think about that, and that ball wasn't designed to do how I throw it, and so I had to go straight, which was good. But then both of you guys. And you got that 201. You were throwing straight.
Yeah, the 202 I was throwing.
Or 202
I was
straight.
Straighter to preacher stick, dude, just right down the lane.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. keep religion out of it. But they don't do that in Scientology, do they? I think they just make you. They have like machines and stuff, and you have to.
There was a lot of chloroform.
Yeah. That you used, or
no,
yourself?
I just remember like just kind of going in and out of consciousness and hearing "It's okay, I'm your Uncle Jeffrey," and that's all I remember.
I was wondering if, since we have the video format, if you would like to apologize for the stolen valor.
Son of a bitch.
I think we might have told that story already, but
we did. But
I don't know whose podcast it was.
It was. I think it was on mine. But yeah, I'll tell this story. Oh, this is a good one, folks. So we were fortunate enough to be able to attend a music event here in Pendleton, Oregon, that included Morris Day and the Time.
It was incredible.
It was. And Vanilla Ice.
True story.
True story, right?
Yeah,
Rob Van Winkle himself.
We
do got pictures.
We hung out with them, sort of.
I had hair.
You did have hair then.
Yeah, I still kind of did a buzz cut thing, but it was like,
Right.
So, hold on. Oh, sorry. People text and stuff when you have your own home podcast studio.
That's right.
Yeah, and so we're enjoying the concert, and so Rob comes on, and his set's going good.
God, he was good.
He was great, and so we kind of meandered our way up towards the front of the stage, and it was just rocking, and and then Rob, Vanilla, takes a pause in the concert.
Well, he told us to call him Nilla.
Nilla. Yeah. Robbie V, I guess. That was weird.
It was a long night.
That was weird. Anyway, so he takes a pause and to thank our men and women of arms, and our armed services and those who have served in the military. And this son of a bitch next to me points at me very enthusiastically, screaming, "Right here, right here, right here."
Mm-hmm. Now, the thought of stolen valor had not entered my head.
No, at this point, no. And so normally I'm nice one, dude, but we were surrounded by thousands of people.
Right.
And all of a sudden I had people rubbing my head and patting me on the back and thanking me for something that I have never done. And I was trying to say, no, he's lying, but they thought I was just being humble.
Right.
And so, no, man, take it. Enjoy it. You're a hero. Yeah.
I remember I got pumped up about it.
I know you got pumped up. That was probably one of the greatest pranks anyone's ever pulled on me.
I don't know that it was a prank, though. It was more of an emotion that came out. And the look in your eye was, I'll never forget
I'm
that.
sure it was, yeah, deer in headlights. Totally.
That was so funny. That was a good concert, though. And then we found Brad passed out.
Yeah, poor Brad. Remember when he was trying to lean against that, like, half-inch around diameter tree and it broke on him?
Yeah, and he gave it to some
gal. Gave it to some random gal, like it was a bouquet of flowers.
Bizarre.
That was awesome, dude.
Well, what else is going on? What are we gonna do in the future here? When are we gonna you gonna start doing your podcast, or
what
about your podcast, your artwork, your music? We talked about your music.
We did talk about my music. The artwork has been kind of slow coming of late, but it's gonna make a reemergence.
Are you still doing the nudes? I can't.
Yes, I stand in front of the mirror and paint myself.
Or me.
No, so I haven't done painting in a while, but I did just purchase a bunch of materials and stuff, so I'm gonna fire that back up.
Materials.
Gonna get back into wood carving again. Some of these signs up here.
Let's see your nails, though.
They're pretty short, so
yeah.
But they make some pretty stout acrylics.
Right. Okay.
So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But gonna get back going in the wood carving again. I've got a few ideas that I want to put into wood. Just kind of some different designs that I want to try my hand at and see if I can pull it off. You know,
The wood, yeah.
Absolutely.
And that one you made, that giant one for a family member or whatever, that last one, that big piece of chunk of wood, that was beautiful. How's that one holding out?
Good. Yeah, I got it treated and sealed, and they love it.
Yeah.
That one was a bastard. That was a big ass.
You had to use your teeth on that one.
Yeah, that was a big ass piece of old red fir that had been left outside and was damn near petrified wood by the time, it came to me. It was so seasoned, and I went through like 3 or 4 different router bits just trying to, get it started before I could even start chewing on it.
Right.
Start scratching at it and stuff. But it turned out cool. It turned out really good. That was my biggest piece I've done. Not the most detailed piece I've done, but definitely my biggest piece. Yours is still the most detailed, your surf shop one.
Yeah.
The 3D layout on that.
And I actually didn't have it there. I had it over here. Actually, some of your paintings, a couple of your paintings.
Oh,
right
yeah.
There. But
I totally forgot I had those ones up there.
I didn't. I wanted it to be in the background.
Yeah.
If you can even see it. I mean,
It's right.
Yeah.
Right there. That one right there.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it's got a surfboard, and I hit myself in the head.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, man. I mean, I guess we probably got to start wrapping this up. You got to get home to your fam.
Yeah.
Any big plans this weekend?
My daughter has a basketball game tomorrow, middle school basketball, so we're gonna go check that out. Sunday, and then of course tomorrow afternoon is Super Playoff Weekend, or Super Wild Card Weekend. Excuse me. Go Hawks, Seahawks. We are playing the Niners, who are absolutely destroying people. So,
Didn't they beat them?
No.
No.
Seattle lost to them twice.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Handsomely. I mean, it wasn't like, that was a close game. It wasn't that close. But, typically when a team plays another team 3 times in one season,
right,
the team will find a way to execute their ideas,
right,
and pull out a victory that lasts for lifetimes.
Right.
There you go.
I saw something where Al Michaels is not really happy with his job at Prime.
Why?
Because Prime's got Thursday Night Football now, or did.
Oh yeah.
And it does feel different. Like,
yeah.
I mean, having Al, you recognize the voice, and you're like, okay, yeah. And I haven't watched that many games, but I have tried to watch the Thursday night games.
Yeah.
And it just something seems off with it.
Yeah.
And he said he felt like a used car salesman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm kind of hoping Jeffrey Bezos buys the Seattle Seahawks. Then would be all on Amazon.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, they'd be so good at that point because they'd have like the top of the line gear like all the way.
Yeah.
Jeffrey would be like handing them like, $10 million signing bonuses and shit backdoor,
right.
because they can't do it legally.
Right.
But yeah, dude, it'd be cool. But
all right,
that is the plan, man. I'm gonna watch some football. Sunday, probably play a little music, and Monday is Martin Luther King Day, so I have the day off, and we'll probably take advantage of that and spend some time, working on some projects around the house and just hanging out, that sort of thing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, and
I appreciate the invite. Thank you for having me.
Chilling with me, and hopefully I can get some more comfortable chairs. I ordered some, so these stools. Hopefully your stool's okay.
Yeah.
And
kind of runny.
But they haven't got here yet, so I'm getting used to all this new platform. It's interesting.
I like this. I
It's
like
easier.
this. I'm gonna come back and watch this and be like, oh, for Christ's sakes, I never even looked at the camera, but I'll get better at it.
Exactly.
But I do like this setup because it just kind of shows the human interaction.
Does. Well, you'll be back. We'll have you
I
on
will
again.
be back. We might make this a regular thing, folks.
Yeah.
We'll see how y'all respond to it.
All right.
Sonoma
I
Sideshow.
want to thank tonight's guests, listeners, and sponsors. Bill Murphy Roofing. These are all fictitious folks, so please don't try to, they all have real businesses, but they don't really sponsor me. But, I got to give them a shout out. So, Bill Murphy Roofing, Liberty Detection Systems, Wandering Wizard Concepts, Vertical Jigs and Lures, DLC Photography, The Shop, DieselFuelFilterKits.com, History Hunters and Firearm Antiquities, Metal by Mora, and the John P. Salter Foundation. All sponsors can be found online in most major social media outlets. That's a wrap, folks. Be sure to catch the next episode. Until then, keep your nose clean if it takes both sleeves, and say nice things about me, because I'm gone.